All right, our next speaker is Lee Tunney-Ware, and Lee Tunney-Ware is a renowned expert in personal business success, and Lee has dedicated his career to helping individuals and organizations unlock their true potential. And today he's going to share the 5 modalities of personal and business success and guiding us to align our goals and aspirations for a future filled with limited possibilities to get success. Welcome to the stage, Lee Tunney-Ware.
Thank you, Dan, and thank you, everybody. A question for you. Are you a PC or a Mac? What does a PC mean? Pessimistic criticizer or complainer? Or are you a Mac, a majestic, authentic creator? I know which one logically you want to be, but what stops you being the majestic, authentic creator you truly are? And it's a combination of what I call the 5 modalities. But before I go there, let me go here. When you think something, what part of you is thinking it? And is it your thoughts or what some of Sebastian and Michelle have spoke about? Nature, nurture, social construct, as in you're not thinking, it's thinking for you. A lot of people talk about themselves like they're separate entities to the point that they can love themselves, believe in themselves, trust themselves. Bear in mind, trust is actually a trauma bond. If you need trust, then you're not a Mac, a majestic, authentic creator. If you need beliefs, you're living a life of not truth, but belief, because if beliefs were true, they'd be called the truth. But in fact, beliefs are called beliefs, which means they're not true. And beliefs cause so many problems in the world. I mean, just around the world, you can see the conflict of beliefs, the conflict of thoughts, the conflict of opinions. So logically, thoughts, beliefs, or opinions aren't worth the paper they're written on or the words, the life that expresses them. So where I'd like to take you today is to a place of integrity, union of self. Every part of your existence is the dawn of conception, lining up inside and serving you with every single heartbeat breath. Problem is sometimes we've got unprocessed data in the past and it becomes, in a sense, who we think or feel or imagine we are. And then we want other people to play within the traumas and dramas of our lack of awareness, the comfort zones that refine and define us. And then we call that respect. We want other people to treat us within the emotion we're in, within the thought we're in, within the belief we're in. And if they don't, we call that disrespect. I choose not to respect a belief that a human has about themselves that disrespects them. I respect the human that has the belief. I don't respect the feeling or the thought or the image they have of themselves if it's negative. I look for the Mac in everybody. What I'd like to do is call the Mac, the very essence, the very part of you, to true alignment today. That might sound arrogant. If you hear it that way, then I don't mean it that way. I mean the purest part of me is talking to the purest part of you. When you speak to a human, what part of you is speaking to them and what part of them is listening to you? Because this is where we get caught, see? When we have fights, that's biology against biology. Fighting is a physical term. When we have a debate or an argument, that's intellect against intellect. How you know when they're getting angry? Because the biology will come in, the finger will come out, the canines will come out. Why am I saying this? Because the conflicts we have within ourselves and outside of ourselves, where stimulus is made in between, like from our skin in is our domain, from our skin out, there's nothing to do with us. We just interact in the real world. In our internal virtual world where emotions, thoughts, beliefs, opinions, images, videos in our mind, energies are made, that's all inside us. And then we look to do our best to put some of this unprocessed data, what we call past. Bear in mind, there is no past. There is no road behind you. There is no baggage that you're carrying. If I'm wrong, please show me the baggage of life you're carrying. These are all external words, baggage, like we've took external language inside. That's why we're able to speak to ourselves. Isn't that right, Lee? It is. I don't know how to speak to myself. I know how to listen to myself speak outside myself and hear the data come in. It helps me sometimes when I speak out loud, but I'm not talking to myself. Language, the nuance of language can take control, create control, or create harmony. So what do I mean by that? Bear in mind, we're going to go into the 5 modalities in a moment. When you speak, I'm sure you've all heard the term abracadabra. It's ancient Aramaic. It means to speak into existence. But what sentence are you going to speak? What sentence are you going to write in that text message, that chat message, that LinkedIn post, wherever you communicate? Because the sentence you write, you have to be very aware. That's not to imply you're not, because some are, some aren't. It's just life. You have to be very aware of the combination of words that you put together. Why? Because they're all expressed through the 5 modalities. If I'm in an emotion of pain, bear in mind, pain is a physical term. We express emotion in physical terms. When we get emotionally hurt, we express that we have to emotionally heal. Heal is a biological term, not an emotional term. My heart's been broken into 1,000 pieces, broken like a vase. And then when we put it all back together, it's cracked. And then we still have to work on ourselves. I know how to work on my garden. I know how to work on my shed. I don't know how to work on me. I know how to teach another. I don't know how to teach me. I know how to believe in somebody else. I don't know how to believe in me. I cannot believe in me if I'm aligned. I don't need belief. I have unity of self, every part of my existence serving me. If I've had multiple lifetimes, I have no trauma or karma in my way. I'm unified and I speak into existence. Every word means something to me because it comes from the breath of life I speak. The heartbeat behind it gives it life. So the 5 modalities. What do you think about yourself? What do you think about others? Now, a thought is not a judgment. Some would say thoughts are things. They are nothing. Thoughts are nothing. I mean, they're like a snowflake. A lot believe they are, but you can see the power of belief and how it disrupts their life. Thoughts are nothing. They're like leaves on the tree. However, too many of the same thoughts can give the illusion of substance. But there's no substance. They're just thoughts. They melt away when the next one comes along. However, to truly think is to harness every part of your existence and to act as a majestic, authentic creator of Mac and to put that thought into an essence. How do you do that? Well, first of all, that's just thought. Thought's only a small part of you. It's actually, some might say 20%, but if it's your thought, it's 20%. If it's the past noise, it's not 20%. So what you think combined with what you see in your mind, if the two are parallel and aligned, then you have left brain and right brain lined up. Then you take that down into your emotions and you line up with how does that feel? If it feels unhappy, sad, or does it feel joyful and happiness, and like you've got that like emotional, loving feeling that's in a sense behind what you think and what you see. Then you take it down into your gut, your physiology, your reptilian brain. Fight, flight, freeze. I mean, they're the choices you have. Fight, flight, freeze. That's if your organic self is in sync. If you're in charge, you breathe the breath, you think the thought, you see the image, you create, then no reptilian brain's in charge because that's your organic self. That's like trees scattered on a mountain, no design. But then what you need, you need drive, you need motivation. That's in your physiology. And then we got to go down into our spirit, our chi. When you align all 5 modalities, what you think, what you imagine, and what you emotionally feel and what you physically feel, and you put that with spirit, chi, intention, passion, purpose, that's your 5 modalities. That's your true self. If you are unhappy, then have the awareness that your emotions are out of sync. If your emotions are not in line with your thoughts, then you're out of sync. Zen or Chi, alignment or enlightenment is the 5 modalities, truly aligned with every part of your existence. And when you look into the future, you have to demanifest what your organic self created for you in the future. You have to demanifest that before you manifest as a majestic, authentic creator. The past was left in the last breath. The future will be in the next. I'm Lee Tunney-Ware. I'm here to serve and protect everybody's future. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Lee. Very powerful. And I will tell you, as someone that has gone through the five modalities training, you've got about 1% of the information today. So Lee, on a personal note, Lee is a trusted friend, mentor, advisor, and have the greatest of respect for his work and how he has helped many people on the screen right here today. So thank you, Lee.